From the lush green lands to the cascading waterfalls, wonders of the world, the oldest habitat of territories on earth, a rich cultural heritage, a continent of 1.1 billion people, second largest and most populous, a continent pregnant with possibilities, home to 30% of Earth's mineral resources, 50% of its people under 25 years. Africa, the land of the great. Our spirit resilient. Our enterprise profitable. Our future inspiring. Africa is inspiring. Be inspired.
You want to go into business. Here are a few pointers for you. I'm going to ask you why. Why that business? Why not any other business, for instance? Why must it be fashion? Why must it be any other business of your choice? You need to know the why, because that's going to keep you going when it gets rough, when it gets tough, and when you seem to have a disconnect between what you thought and the reality. So it's very important you ask yourself why, and all these things that we're going to reel out in the course of in a couple of minutes now. I would like you to take them down, because there are things that will come in handy, on your journey to starting your business endeavor. What do you know about the business? Are you just going into it because your friend is into it, or because you think it's profitable, or you just want to make a living pending when you get a proper job? These are questions that need answers, and you need to answer them truthfully, to yourself. Pencil them down. Why are you going to that business? And what do you know about the business? So the two questions: we're asking the why, we're asking the what. What do you know about the business? How much knowledge, how much information do you have about that industry? Is it music? Is it fashion? Is it furniture? Whatever it is, you need to have enough knowledge, about it. How many people are in the industry? What's the market demands like? What is the supply like? What's the supply chain? Where can you come into this business? You need to ask yourself that. You need to get answers. You need to look around, do in-depth study on the net. Thank God for the internet now. It makes everything at your fingertips. So you need to go back, do a lot of research as regards the information on that industry, raw materials. If you're going to need other people to join you, like employing artisans, where do you get them? What's the basic wage or minimum wage like? How do you retain them? These are things that will save you a lot of sorrow, a lot of stress if you get to know before you enter. You need to ask yourself when would you want to start? The second time to start any good endeavor is now, if you couldn't start yesterday. So when do you want to start? And do you have all the parameters ready for you to start? Office space if you need to, or if you can't afford the space, can you work from your BQ? Can you work from your room? Can you work from your house? Can you do it? Is it a web-based business? How do you cut down costs? Can you pair with another colleague, with a friend, with a sibling, with a family member, to reduce your overheads, to enable you start, no matter how small it is, you're able to start something. Having answered those ones to yourself, you need to ensure that these answers are not just in your head. Write them down. Get a book. I have a book where I write down ideas and inspirations that come to me. Some ideas are just coming to life 5 years after, some 8 years after, some I haven't even touched. But keep them there. Because what happens is, as you get onto your journey, when you go through the book, go through what you wrote, then it refreshes you. It gives you a new lease of life. So write all these things down. We talked about the why, we've talked about the when, We've talked about the what. These are things that you should write down, before you enter. Now that you're in this business, or you want to enter this line of business, what's your USP? USP, business technology, means your unique selling point. There are probably a dozen, or needless to say, there are probably 1,000 people doing the same thing. So why would I patronize you? Or better still, why would you patronize you? Food for thought. So you ask yourself, what am I bringing to the table? What extra am I adding? What value added am I putting? These services, there's nothing new under the sun. Meaning that, be it furniture, be it car wash, be it makeup, fashion, music, these are already in existence. So if you are joining the foray, what are you adding? What value proposition are you bringing to the table? Why would I patronize you? And why would you patronize you? These are questions, deep questions you need to ask yourself. Very, very important questions. Then you need to set realistic benchmarks for yourself, so that you're able to know whether you're growing or not, or whether you're stagnant. You can start a business and you can be making money but not making profit. Two different things. So you need to set realistic targets for yourself, and you benchmark them. Okay, 3 months, I would like to do this. Oh, in 6 months, I would like to do this. In 1 year, I'd like to do this. Then get people who can also look and challenge you. Be there. It could be friends, it could be family members, it could be your siblings, it could be a mentor, who would look out for you and say, okay, let's see how far you've come. What have you done so far? What are the challenges you've had?